Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, won't stop. Yeah. I'm so handsome. All in Carmine's with my Benz, I'm so fancy. No romancing. Got my baby and she right, she make you vanish. No time to play, got book dates. Had a plan, only had to wait. Always knew I'd make a way. Send a bill, they send a pay. Keep it real, keep the record straight. Keep it real, no time to fake. All authentic in my own lane. I am me till I'm in the grave. Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, won't stop. Ooh, never panic. Get a worry, send it up and then advantage. Yeah, I can't stand it. I don't know the way you move and see you scrambling. On offense, no defense. Still strong, no weakness. Used to say I wouldn't beat this. Now they wish they could beat this. Tables set, now tables turn. God's plan, don't say a word. Know the price, cause I know my worth. My time, get what I deserve. Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, won't stop.
Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome back. Impromptu Saturday night stream. I've already had a full day, and the wife started watching NASCAR, so had to get the hell out of that room and come downstairs. God, we had a great day today. Got to go. We went to Home Depot, Bed Bath and Beyond. We did have enough time. Even hit Michael's. That was a blast. But no, really, we got up today and went and saw Eternals this morning. Well, noon, 1 o'clock, noon. Something like that, around that time. So early for me on a weekend. Pretty solid movie. A good, nice waste of about 3 hours, which was good. The ending kind of didn't do it for me a bit, but it was really cool. And they didn't really answer the question too hard on why these guys weren't around during the Thanos bullshit. But that's all beside the point. Right now, I'm warming up with a game of the events mode. I already missed a shot, so I'm not really caring too hard here. Yeah, Michael's is there. That place is... Put it this way, we were in there for a half an hour, and I ended up just finding what I needed on Amazon because the store was... It's one of those ones that's just terrible to navigate. And unless you're like the craftsy type, like I don't know what parts I needed to make it. Really, the only reason why I went in there, I've got all these vape pens. I got the cartridges up top, and I made some stupid little box to put them in and stand up, but it just didn't, it wasn't right for what I was doing. So I was looking for something to make a new box type thing. Instead, somebody had that specific product available on Amazon already made, done. I spent the $10 there. I know my priorities. It would have taken me a couple of hours to do what I wanted, and this was already made. My time is worth more than $10 for a couple hours. And Robert, it's going well. I will say, man, right now my whole left arm feels dead. It's got to get loosened up, and it's kind of what I'm feeling with everything lately. I really need to loosen up a bit. There's definitely something pinching nerves somewhere. But December 2nd, we're going to find out that, hopefully, and see what the neuroscientist or neurosurgeon says. So I thought it was just a neurologist, but it's a neurosurgeon. And the last thing I would want to do is shortchange a doctor on their title when I have to go see them soon. But I'm going to bang out a bunch of invites. I think I still got like 40 or so to play. How is that short? Oh, well, that's okay. Hi, Ken. How you doing, sir? Not much, man. Yeah, framing stuff there. I've gone to some of the... we've been doing like those fractals and those like 3D paint things with images. We did a bunch of our wedding pictures like that. They turned out pretty good. I like them. Gives it a little bit more depth and things to it. So I played pretty well on some tough courses last night. Let's see if I can continue them. I mean, I think I went back to back. I went 28 on goddamn Canyon and then 29 on fucking Coconut with nothing being drivable on any of those. All right, so I got to play this one, but let's play Mertzig a few times first. Now, I've got an inversion table, and that helps out quite a bit. Then I've been doing cryo stuff every now and then too, and that kind of relieves stuff for a bit too. I didn't realize that all of this related back to what was happening in my throat. I thought they were two separate things, and I was always just dealing with this shit. But it's not. Remember, I just played the events mode, guys. So if you play this events mode, you've got to look, because it just gave me streaks, and I don't think I've played streaks in a long time. It was giving me darts up until today, and I've never played darts except for the one game I played with them on when I did all 40 balls or all 30 balls on save. But this bag that I play is one of my unique sets, and if you look, it's probably one of two bags I have left that have a hybrid in it. I'm not even counting the Zero hybrid as a hybrid, but that's a specialty club. This isn't a specialty club, but for this course on hole 18, having that 3 hybrid is it's a necessity. That 3 hybrid goes just with backspin, roll, release. The setup on 18, when it's in that distance range, it stays under the top trees and gets over the low tree. And it's important to have that club. Otherwise, you might not even have a shot. Or you go down and you have to hit like a low T forward, but hit a low T forward 200 yards. It makes it a lot easier than trying to cut a club down. And the funny thing is, we drove this hole a few times when the course was live, and I've never seen a setup that it's even remotely possible. Hi, Harley. We're doing okay. We're getting there. I'm a mess, but no more than usual. Yeah, so after the events mode, it went down. It's been giving me darts every time after it. So, never stock, which would make... I mean, that would make sense to me. Like, after you played stock courses, even though it was forced, like, it would give you the stock balls again. I didn't expect it to give me a different ball completely ever. Oh. Because, I mean, God, if you were a conspiracy theorist type, you could be like, well, IT's just trying to get you to use the balls and then have to buy new ones rather than making it play stock balls. And, I mean, if you don't understand how their business works, yes, I could see that being a thought. If you did know how their business works, they are not looking at that part of the game that hard. I mean, to be quite frank, if they were only concerned about money, they would line us up at every hole because, one, going for drivable par fours gives you a higher likelihood of losing a ball. Well, February 24th is Worlds, Andrew. Yeah, oh, you're right. And I did look. I had heard about Circa for months now, and I was looking at it. That thing seems sweet. Hi, Nick. No, we're doing okay so far, man. I don't know why. I did take Michigan State today. And I don't know why I put any faith in the Big Ten, but I've been riding them all year, and they've been covering pretty much every week. Even though I'm not a college football fan, I do like to gamble on some things every now and then. Hey, Ken, you know, yeah, they absolutely are. And if you know, gosh, and it's funny because the people that are not. Oh, sweet, Eric. That's awesome. That's good. And that's also King dialing it in. But a bigger part of it right now, Eric, with the mic getting better, is so my air conditioner's right outside, right? Yeah, that's fine. So it was right outside. So when I have to run the AC, that compressor noise, you can hear it in my basement. When you hear it in the basement, King has to compress it. If I compress it, everything, it changes the sound. I don't know exactly how he's doing it, so please do not ask. It's just like I said a minute ago. I'd rather put my time into the things that I'm good at. If I have the ability to not have to learn something to only be average at it when somebody who's really good is available to me, I'll let him have that effort. Not let him. I'll ask him. So we never, if we always want me to stream, we need to get rid of, we cannot let Richard King get mad at me for anything. So you guys need to make sure that happens. Yeah, and people do, there are a lot of things that IT is at fault for, right? Please trust me. And in general, I'm an IT nut hugger a bit, and it's because I know that the people in charge are doing everything that they can. Best for the players and best for their business model. Are they wrong? A bit? Yeah, quite a bit. But stuff with supply chain issues, man, it's like people blaming Biden because steaks are twice the price right now. Dude, get your head out of your ass. He fucks up enough that we don't need to blame him for shit that has nothing to do with him. And we'll put IT in the same place. That's not a good shot. I'm going to yank this. Maybe not. But that was the cut chip we talked about. If you go back and look at the shot meter there, I almost hit that dead straight and had a pretty decent cut on it. Right? I did hit it dead straight. And fighting a right forward is easier from that distance with the pullback than it is with the forward swing. In general, that's not true. But on finesse shots, I don't want to get political right now. And policies do have consequences. That's absolutely true. But there's a lot of things that have no effect on what a president does too. I mean, just reopening an economy has to cause the prices of things to go up. It just, I mean, economics tells you that's the case. There's not really much anyone could do around it. And it will fluctuate back down. But then if we sit here and go, well, we just had 1 million jobs added just now. The same people that say that it's his fault that gasoline and things are high are the same ones who say, oh, but that's because the economy just, you can't have it both ways. You can't blame him for one and not give him credit for the other. So you got to pick either way. Blame him for everything. You're right, Ken. You're right, Ken. I should not have hit a 5 there, but I'm happy with it. Well, they can't drive them because they don't have a chip. Yeah, I know. I mean, I know I had, my wife actually works at a car dealer and was sending me pics from Ford of the Kentucky Speedway. And actually, Kentucky Speedway is telling Ford they got to get rid of that shit out of their lots. Like, they got to have races and stuff. Midnight train going anywhere. Born and raised in South Detroit. Well, I'm of the impression that gasoline can and will, we need to start focusing on the path of getting rid of it. But that's a whole nother story. We're technology-wise, we're to the point where renewable energy is very much sustainable right now. Oh, God damn it. You can't miss putts. But I've been having issues with those just a couple distances. I aim to where I've always aimed my whole time playing Golden Tee, and they come off set. Like, yeah, I'll miss putts and know I missed them when I hit them. That did not feel like a missed putt when I hit it. That felt perfect. Did he fix it? No. But I digress. I digress. Forget about that. Oh, I've seen it, dude. No, the putting change that happened. If you hadn't, over the years, putting has been the same, and each ball has different characteristics to it that would change the way it putted. Well, I think those characteristics no longer affect the putt, so everything's coming off a bit different. Shit, we got cameras everywhere, but my whole thing, my basic premise is, and I might use some scientific words here, but they're not big ones. My shoulder wants to be my fulcrum for everything, right? So rather than standing in front of the machine and trying to come across my body to hit straight. Okay, Andrew, I'm going to touch that topic in a minute. But rather than come across them, because all I do by doing that is lose power, right? I just try to I lose power because I have to change the angle of my arm. But if I let my shoulder do everything and make everything straight with my shoulder, then I actually can get more power and hit straight lines a ton better. Because this is a natural motion. This is not. So I stand off, everybody laughs because I stand off to the side. My logic is, there's no fallacies in my logic, though. It is dead on right. Think of it like a bowler, right? If you're missing everything left, you move 2 boards to your right. And I'm not a big bowler or not anything like that, and I barely know what you mean by boards when you say it, but you use your body to adjust, not your arm. All right, so now we're on 18, though. So this is where I'm talking about. The 3 hybrid will hit the top of that one, but this gap it will not. I particularly don't like overhitting this shot, so I'm actually going to hit a low T4 with backspin with a cut. And I murdered it. Shit, no, I didn't. I had the speed right, just didn't cut it enough. Okay, so yeah, and you hear all these other people that have. Okay, Rhino, well, that's interesting because using this part, I can use my whole arm. But go into what Andrew said, and I saw a post about this in GoldenTeeTV fan the other day, and it was people saying, "Well, on right putts I thumb, and on left putts I hit with my palm." It sounds stupid, right? And to me, it does sound stupid. They're not incorrect unless I hear the reasoning for doing it. Because even if you're doing the right thing for the wrong reason, you're still wrong. All right? But the reason is, and it's really simple, guys. It's really simple. Let me see if I have the image up. Because I use this one a lot, but we just redid some shit, so I don't have the image. I don't know where the image is on here. But that's fine. When we look at the trackball, remember, it's not symmetrical. So hitting to the right gives you a different resistance feeling than hitting to the left. So hitting to the left, since you're hitting it directly into that roller, it's naturally going to read that left easier than it does read the right, because you're coming down into that roller. Plus, you're coming down on 2 points of contact. When I'm going to the right, I'm coming down on 1 point of contact. Now, if you're hitting the ball correctly, the effect is almost negligible. But even when you are hitting it correctly, hitting to the right is different than hitting to the left. In a perfect world, the ball would be rotated 45 degrees. You'd have a roller between choose club and B, and then from 1 to 3. Now, that would require some recoding and yada, yada, yada. And they're not doing it. It's never happening. So my dream world fantasy stuff doesn't matter. But that's it. So now, me personally, I've gotten used to it over the years and I have adjusted it nicely with how I swing. Cool. But I mean, they are different shots altogether, hitting to the right and hitting to the left. So if you do them differently, don't think you're weird for doing it. It's and your body's being told to do something differently because you should probably do it differently. And it's not just, that's why people have trouble. Like, I always laughed, I can't make right putts, but I'm really good at left ones. I was like, you're a fucking idiot. But after learning and seeing the inside of the ball, I was like, well, it kind of makes sense why that is. Well, it's so weird, too, because I'm really accurate with my thumbs, but I can't thumb putt to save my life at all. All right, so we got a good look. We got a chance at a chush here. I need to get this. I want to get this in the rough almost. Otherwise, this chip and chush is going to be too long for my 35 miles per hour. Let's see. 55, that's fine. So now let's go through my process when I'm looking at a chush. We're going to go here, and I'm going to go 20% is like a 39 mile per hour speed with most chushes. I chush at 35, so I take about 16 or 18%. I'm always choosing the one above. Now, in this case here, if I wanted to, that club is close to, that's just over 20% of that club is just over the distance. At 35, though, it would be just short. But if I go to the 8.5, I'm probably hitting the lip in front of me at 35 miles per hour. So I'm going to go, what about the 9.5? Is that going to hit the lip? It's going to be close. What if I go with the 10.5 with roll? That might get there. It's going to be close. It's going to be probably a little short. So we're going to try the 9.5, and we're going to bite it to get that little bit of extra height. Now, am I going to be short? Yeah, I am with bite. So we're going to hit release. And that's it. That's it. And you notice that shush, I didn't see it live, but I believe that went at 35. Let's see. It didn't show me. If somebody wants to look, I'm almost going to guarantee you that that was 35. So there I had to take the thought out of it and go, well, I got to risk hitting the lip with the 9.5 or the, I got to risk hitting the lip with my 9.5 or the 8.5 because getting up, absolutely, Neil, no, the different putters are no different. The only different is your optical part of it. The different putters are not affected. Exactly. So, and it's a little tacky, Ivan, when you're looking at it, how many times I push down, but I'm just going a little harder each time until it reads. That was why I never chushed before, because different balls, if there's a greasy ball, if there's one that's really dry, your chushes were all, if I was using my palm chush, I was all over the place with speed. But with this, I can make sure and just keep hitting it a little slightly harder, slightly harder, slightly harder. The only times I really miss is when the trackball's reading where it's really dry and got really good grip with the ball on the roller. And then when the first time I hit it down like that, I'll spray it a little bit because I'm hitting it a little too hard. Or a ball is really greasy and I got to try to get it so hard to get it to go that it doesn't work. I almost look at it like the Turbo A1 was back in the day. I got back in the day, I say, but that was only like months ago, years ago. All right. I don't like this look at all. I can cut the 9.5 with backspin goes over the trees, over the bushes and under the trees. The problem with that is I have to cut it a little bit and I'm bringing a tree into play. So what I want to do is go to the outside gap. But at this distance, if I go to the outside gap and I cut a 9.5, even with backspin, a cut 9.5's hitting those trees. So to the outside left is bad. Hi, Ryan. So we're going to play a little bit of a cut and throw it out. A little short. And like I said, the distance was better for the 9.5, but it wouldn't have gotten there. Hi, Tony. Damn it. All right, so we got 1-on-1, lost 1-on-2. It's pretty standard for me. Am I playing you, Ryan? Now I got to look, because I bet Ryan's trying to get a leg up on this one. Let's see. Oh, no, play Bobby Boucher. Here we go. We're going to get on that ass. He's been playing his ass off lately, though. I mean, he came to that Vector Room tournament that we had, that Sean Tickner put on. And I needless to say, was going through recovery from cancer and played his happy little dick off. I got to give him credit. Hey, Joey, how you doing, sir? All right, so now people are like, oh, you need the 2 hybrid for this. No, you don't. I can get this on. The question is, can I get it around the tree with this setup? And it's tough. It's going to be tough. Because if I go from here, I don't think a full's cutting it. I need to go from here. And I'm honestly contemplating a layup here, but not on stream, so. And I got it too far out. That's crazy. Too far out and caught a tree. That's crazy. I've never done that before. That's awesome. I should have laid up. I'm feeling chubby, though. I had a... Well, Mr. Pritchard, the only way that does occur is if the club if something hits the hill in front of you. And that's why when I'm doing my chipping, I got my base club of my 5-iron, right? That's my base chipping club. That's it. Unless I'm chushing, I don't generally go anything higher or lower lofted than the 5-iron. Sometimes I'll fuck around and chip drivers, but that's just being stupid. So, but then I take the lowest lofted club that will get over the obstacle in front of me. Sometimes that's none, and you got to play it like that. Oh my God, it's gonna get wet in here tonight. We're going past moist. We're going straight to wet. So no, it's not like golf. If I have a ball lower than my stance, it's not gonna make me slice. A higher one doesn't make me hook. It doesn't work like that. It just works out if you hit the hill in front of you. And you can see that in a lot of real world applications in the game, because you'll see sometimes you'll see me, I'll do it occasionally, and people will look like, what the fuck are you doing? But if you get stuck in a bunker that's kind of a lip and it's a really long shot, it's showing you you're only hitting your driver 260, but you've got 310 to go. You can hit that driver with roll into the slope and have it kick way in the air. So you just got to know how to use the surfaces that you get. Oh. No, not at all. Doesn't do that at all. Not one bit. Now, it may look like that sometimes because if, let's say you have a slope like this and it's angled uphill, you might be hitting the hill when you're going off of it. So, you can kind of tell. Sometimes you can't, though. So, now this is another hole. Wow, I didn't just do that in a fucking... now I get to... But people are like, why don't you put that short in the fairway? Because you can actually stop the ball faster with a 6-wood out of the heavy rough than I can with the driver from 320. Yeah, well, hopefully we don't have any. But it goes into the theory of using stuff to ramp your ball. And I think there's a little bit of problem with some of the ramps and how they work. Not a big deal, but it's been there forever. It's not something that needs to change. But there are some that don't make sense. That was my safe play at this. I'm not fucking around with this hole. So my contention here is even on a down 8 from 50 feet, this will not roll over. It won't. That will not roll over anymore. Because there's no gigantic boost to a lot of those longer putts anymore. And that was why we had ramps and rollovers and turbo putts. But I wouldn't have been confident to do that if I hadn't dug into some statistics on it. And in fact, let me see if I can show them real quick to you guys. And this is a really basic illustration of why I don't believe there's a turbo putt anymore and where you can see that this is not correct. Hang on, I got to sign in. All right, so another one here. Let's do, okay, so in general, with all my woods, 10.5's a little more, the 8.5's a little less, depending on height. But 2 turns is a pretty good estimation of how far it will go if I pull a full cut to the C and hit it straight to the 2, right? So I look here, and that's what I'm going to do first. Where's my line sitting up here? 1, 2. Let's get up to the club that I'm going to use. 1, 2. All right, so 2 turns and I'm a little past the hole to the left, and I've also got a little wind pushing left too, right? Now, so I want to play a full on this shot. Wind is going to help me with it, so I'm not worried about it. Now, what you realize with this 4-wood is this. The 4-wood backspin will stay under the trees and get over the first tree in the back there. So it's the club that I prefer to use. The 5-wood with backspin can sometimes clip the hill up there, and then you just drop down and you're not, or you can clip the bottom of the trees. So here, I move the tee all the way over. 2 turns, I'm still a little right of the hole. So what I want to do is I'm going to hit a full C. I'm going to bite this one. Full C. And now I got to get it a little bit right is all. So full C, a little bit right. I wish I would have backspun it because that stays on then. But you can see, I mean, the fallacy wasn't there, but I pushed it too far out of I pushed it too far from the tree. And we got our birdie anyway. Who cares? That might have just saved me this game. Wow, I thought that wind was going to kill that a lot more. Shit. All right, so we got 360 into an 11. Great. High tee driver. I'm going to just hit it full. This should be good. That would be UR, so you forgot the apostrophe RE. If you're going to compliment me, Ryan, I would like you to do it with correct grammar. Thank you. Did it change my club on me there, too? And then the last hole... Yeah, I got to figure out what's doing that on my machine now. I think most of the time it's probably a button problem, but I think in this case, so from pulling the wires all the time, doing tests on club distances and things, I think I might have messed up the wiring harness on the ball. Not a huge deal. I got 30 of them sitting here, but my bad habits need to... Oh, here. I wanted to share you guys out this. Oh, well. All right. Well, I got to redo my install office. Shit. So I don't like when I have to try to cut it to stay up top. I don't like it. I'm going to just put it down low. Where the pin is, it's up front. As long as I stay to the higher part, I shouldn't really have a problem getting anything over them. I'm going to hit a backspin 10.5 and just murder it. And that was over, no problem. But I bet if I had to hit release or roll on that, that would have hit. So be cognizant of that. If you're leaving it low on that hole, backspin is a good idea. Oh. I think that hole-in-one might be important in this match. I think it might have been. So let's be safe here, right? This looks like the easier shot, right? This looks easier, but it brings risk into play. So I'm just going to go here and thumb it back to the left. And I think I needed that too. There we go. All right, we're in a good spot. We're doing well. Mike, how you doing, sir? Not bad. Well, I'll take it. We saved that one. We'll see if we got to win. All it took is a bunch of fuck-ups and some holdouts, so we're good. That was an ugly tropical look, though, man. All right, what do we got next? We're going through. We'll start at oldest to newest. Well, we're going to play Josh on tropical again. Let's see if we can get hole 1 again. Okay, see, now this is a setup that I wish that C3s and A1s worked perfectly, because this would be either on or a putt from the side hill. And actually, most of them would be. But let's just try to nut this one up close. And you notice on those, I always go to where I'm hammering a ball. I always do it because I'm right-handed. I want to come right to left if I have to choose between either one. And it works out for me quite a bit. All right, 25. So the 5-iron would be good. It's got to be a 5 or a 7. I don't like either one of these because I think this is going to clip because I got too much gap in between me. I think it hits the hill if I don't just chip it. I needed to leave that shorter so I had a better line at the chush. But we'll get 2 this time instead. Didn't have a lot of room to play with there. Low, 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 low. All right, hole in one. Here we go. That wind helps it catches green. I didn't catch green first. Shit. I knew it was going to be close, but I could have dumbed it down a little bit. All right. Finessed it. If I had balls, I hit that with nothing, and that's right at the pin, but I don't have balls. I mean, I got stouts, but I don't have fucking actual cojones. Hit the flow. And you guys don't have to hit the cuts the way I do, but I like playing up a club than I think I need, and then playing a softer cut. So, like, I'm hitting it 108, and a lot of people are doing that. Yeah. No, dude, that's why I'm in the basement now, Gino, because the wife kicked me off. I was like, I'm going to go downstairs. You want to go watch a movie or something? I stood up, and she's like, oh, you're going downstairs? Oh, I got it. And then just kicked me off the spot. Oh, yeah, you'd have to send it. I think it's off. I got to reinstall. I couldn't share. So I just upgraded to Windows 11, and I also changed, unfortunately, from my time working for Microsoft, my trials just ran out. So now I got a Pro Plus version of Office installed that I'm going to have to go and change the license on it. I forget how to do it, too. It's been a while. Let's make this. Nope. No good. I'll get it. I'll get it back up. But the general point of the putter speeds is it is linear. The distance that you get is linearly related to the speed that you can hit the trackball. So it's there. Prior to the changes of, I want to say it was a later update in the year in 2020 that changed it, but it might have been this year to start. And who knows with how long the time change has been with courses this year. It might have been even this year, but at the beginning of it. Before you would have spikes at certain distances, which is why we call them turbo putts, because you'd hit an area at like 80 feet, let's say, that the putt would go way past the hole, but at 79, you couldn't get it there. And it would roll over a lot more in those. It's not the format. The link won't let you share because I think it's off on YouTube. I'd have to go in and figure out where to do it. It's not worth the time right now, though. All right, so this is a little harder to deal with, right? In general, out of heavy rough, if I go down to the club, that is the distance that's closest to it. So my club shows 250. It's 244 away. If I hammer this is going to be right at the hole. And that's a great way to get your numbers right from there. It's not as accurate there. Yeah, I got to do some credential work now with this. I should come up and make a nice little graph and plot something on it. Ooh, that felt good. Hey, Kev, how you doing, sir? All right, so a little different this one. It's a little shorter. So now on this shot, I actually like to leave it where I'm aimed right now and play my cut from here like I did on the last one. And I could have used the 3-wood there if I thought I needed it. But then I just still bring... that's not fun. But then I'm bringing the low side of that, the low bush in play. That's no fun, Kev. I'm not a fan of you working. Well, I think that I like that you have monies, but I don't like having to hear that you're working. Now, that's too much. Is this too much, though? Is that going to stay on the green if I hit a C3? I mean, an A1? It's there probably if I do, but no, it's not worth it. We're going to just get a... We're going to get an eagle the old-fashioned way. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Whoa, almost short of that. Ah! Yeah, I'm going the other way. I got tons of time right now, but running out of money. But that's of my own fault. Well, not really, but yes, really. All right, I like the left to right wind. That helps. So we're going to just cut this enough to barely get around the edge. And I know it's an easy thing to say to cut it to barely get around the edge. It's a feel thing for me. I can't give you an exact number of what was going to do it. Now, this one, I'm going to leave it up top. I don't care if it's longer, but it's always easier. Oh, yeah, no, choice-wise, it's been awesome. They can be. Fault and choice. I chose to do something that was not my fault. All right, I like the low T8 here. I'm going to cut it in a little bit. Just because I need to try to get it to bend at that. If I went straight at that shot, there's no way I could have fought a right 10 green with the amount of space between the wall and that. But I can fight it coming across. Hey, Mr. Corlitz, how you doing today? See nobody do the things you do before. Oh, just banging out some invites for her. Well, speaking of semen, right? So, my wife and I were having a sexual joking type conversation a little bit ago, and I was like, "I'm gonna turn you into Jock Peterson." Oh shit. Man, dude, I would marry Luke Longley. No, I'm sorry, I'd fuck Luke Longley, marry Dennis Rodman, and murder Tony Kukoc. Even though I love all three of them, I just think for the funness of the rest of my life. But the conversation was, I told her I'm going to turn her into Jock Peterson tonight. And she's like, what do you mean? I was like, he wears that pearl necklace. She's like, oh, you're going to give me a present? And I'm like, Jill, do you know what a pearl necklace is? She's like, yeah, it's a bead string with a bead of pearls. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, she's like, yeah, it's a string of pearls. And I was like, no, not at all. No, I mean, sexually, Jill. What do you mean sexually? So I said, hey, Google. Shit, it went off just now. Whoops. But I said it and said, hey, what's a pearl necklace? And it says that it tells you what it is. It was pretty good. It was a funny one. Maybe you had to be here, but I enjoyed it. Josh, I love you. like a racehorse. All right. God, I didn't realize we're playing Sequoia. This is not an easy course all the time. Or ever. But the last couple nights, I've been killing these hard courses. So let's see if we can continue. And it's kind of funny. I gotta say, this last few days and month, I'm on a run on invites that is kind of tough to even fathom. And it's not just, I think out of my last 100 invites, I think I've won. If I might be off. And when I say win, I mean win, or if it's a big group one, gotten money out of it, so made more than I put in. I think I'm at like 92% out of my last 100. So 92 out of the last 100. So it's not you, Josh. Please don't think ever that it is you. It's everyone. All right. Now, what do we got here? So this one's it's got to be the cut through this outside line of trees today, because the gap between the trees is not here from this box. So how do I want to go about this? All right, let's look. It's almost a full. So we can go here. We'll go backspin. Full C, and then I'm just going to get it around the tree. And I didn't. I didn't get it around the tree. Luckily, I should be okay from here. And I am. Wow, Rick, how you doing, buddy? We missed you guys out a couple weekends ago. Now, I will say, too, we did have, there were a lot of people that almost just DNF'd invites for Corley. And guys, if you're, all right, if you're saying you're sending me an invite for a donation and you make it handicapped, that's not really a donation. But if you send me an invite saying it's for a donation, you make it non-handicapped, that's awesome. Those don't happen very much. No, I didn't make it up. I didn't realize I was doing it until the last minute, Rick. I was surprised when I started getting called. Chad Fisher's messaging me and calling me. He's like, hey, where are you guys at? There's like 14, 15 people here already. And I was like, huh? I thought last I counted we were going to have like 8. And then all these guys from fucking Illinois showed up, and a couple guys from Des Moines too. So we had a good time. Turned out being a hell of a send-off. All right, so guys, too, here's another thing. On the Word of Mouth Facebook page, I just gave Steve Sobel admin permissions, or at least editor permissions, just so that we could get, if you guys aren't members of a lot of different groups on Facebook or anything, and you miss out on when some tournaments are, yeah, Richard and I put them on here. Well, Richard does it, but he puts them on the banner on the bottom and streams them across. But just so you guys can see all his posts in case you miss them about registering, signing up, when a new event. So look, Monday or Tuesday, he's going to be posting in there as well for the schedule for next year, now that we know when World. So he's on top of it. He's working his butt off. I don't know. Well, I think you said that wrong, but I get what you're saying. That's the joy, too. If you really want to do that, you don't have a machine. You don't even need to DNF it. Just make the time on it real low. I'll play it, and then it'll DNF on its own eventually. So that pin's really deep, and I probably should low tee this, right? But I'm going to hit roll with a medium tee, and I'm going to cut this and make sure I catch the gap. I don't think I could have gotten that down there much farther. I think the new house deserves a new machine, Eric. Wow, that was a bad shot. I got rewarded for it. All right, this is ugly. I don't like this look. I'm going to move into the wind. I'm going to play a bite 6-wood. I'm going to baby cut it. And the reason I can do that with bite with the baby cut, I did bite with the baby cut, not backspin anymore, the pin was, because I was hoping that with how soft I was hitting it, that bite would just slow it down enough that even if it rolled past the hole, it would have too slow to hit the... All right, what do we got? We're coming in here. I don't like this look one bit. I don't really like hitting fulls into this green because that break going the other way. But I'm going to go with a high T5. I'm going to full see it, and I got to throw it right a little bit or else I'm not getting around the tree. And that caught that edge first. That's okay. We've got a putt at least. And this putt isn't going to make it to the water even if I miss. So I'm okay with this. All right, I'm not stupid. Oh, okay, I gotcha. Which Mike? Mike Ober? Oh God, they gave me a great look here. Oh, this is actually an excellent look coming in. Gotcha. Hey, I'll roll all day with 27s on that course. I missed one shot, but there is, if you not watch, I mean, there's a good half that round is fucking cut shots between trees and making sure you get your height right. So that's a great round. Ah, I gotcha. I gotcha. You're gonna have to keep up. He's starting to get pretty damn talented, isn't he? Some Tundra. I gotta think I'm playing putts on all of these. All right, Captain Rimjob is going down very quickly. Let's see if I won that first invite against... Oh, I didn't need any of that. He was on my pace until I started holding out. All right, so I move on in this monthly tournament. That's good. I have no idea whose tournament it is. If it's Paul Dennis's or Jed Donnelly's. One of the two. Started it off. Oh, eat shithole. I think he just posted he got a 31 today, didn't he? Doing the right thing. Should I? That kills me. All right, here we go. That was flirting with the edge. Oh my God. All right, I'm on cliff. This is fairway. Shit. Oh, okay. I gotcha. Down this river, every turn, hope is a four-letter word. Make it money, watch it burn. All right, so this clears pretty much any part of the rock, but we got to carry it 350 into a 7. And that just changed clubs on me again. That's the very rare shot that I hit that had no chance of going in. Oh, Brittany shot the 31. You're right. Yeah, Brittany can play, man. I spent some time playing with her in Nashville. Her and her guy John, he's always in here with us. And all right, so there is no inherent there's one inherent reason why females generally can't shoot as well as men. And it's a generality, so please don't take this the wrong way, but most females can't hit the ball hard enough to get max speeds. When you can't hit the ball hard enough to get max speeds, you have to start doing things that are not as accurate, more creative to get distance. So, like, you'll see the ones who don't hit hard enough or hit as hard as the men do are hitting C3s and A1s all the time. I feel it, and like it's the same limitation that Jordan gets when he plays. Jordan's insanely accurate, but he has that limit where he can't pound a driver when he needs to. Well, Brittany doesn't have that problem. She can max out the speeds, so she's gonna get up there. I even think who the best female probably is. She's been on the mic. She's been on the mic before. She's got on at the tournament, I think. Oh, really nice girl, Michigan girl. No, you're thinking of Johanna. So if you're looking at best female players out there, I think it's between Brittany, Johanna, and Jamie Arrington. I think it's those three right now. You got Nikki Cash can play a bit too, but she likes to party more than play. But I played with her a bit and actually took her and another new guy against 3 solid players and asked for 6 strokes from between us, and we slaughtered them. Our game took a while because I worked through, we did some good-ass coaching. No, that would have been Johanna, and I think it was, I didn't get to watch much of the stream, but I believe that was Johanna and Lauren. That's the Jersey crew. They're a trip. They walked in the door to Orlando the first time I met them, and I was like, wait a minute, where are you guys going? And I had all these grape bombs, and we just got, I ended up getting fucking hammered. That was also the night I fell asleep in a monsoon out in the parking lot, like dead out cold. I got, my buddy John took me to his hotel instead of mine, and I woke up and it was all wet, and apparently I crawled into the other bed, and it was all wet, and I wake up and I was like, John, I think I pissed in both beds. And he goes, no, you were soaking wet from sleeping outside in the parking lot and then jumped in bed with me and then moved to the other bed. So you got us all wet. I was like, oh. Hey. Oh, Johanna and Steve, congrats to them, by the way. They just got engaged. Awesome couple. Great group of people they got up there. So here's an awesome story with Johanna, right? So the Jersey girls do a ladies' night stream quite a bit. And one of the earlier ones that they told us about, I'm in there with them, right? And we got about 30, 50 viewers in there. Well, so I start, I'm like, all right, I got a hole-in-one side pot here. I was like, I'm going to fund this with $100 to start right away. And we get everybody in there. And I might have the numbers a little wrong at the end, but I'm talking shit, and I'm like, oh, Johanna, this is the last game of the night. It was like, oh, nobody's hit a hole-in-one. Sweet, I get to take all the money. And she's like, no, fuck no, I'm going to hit one now. And the tiered green on the back 9 of Lake Powell, I think it's hole 15, she goes, I'm going to ace 15. And I was like, no fucking way. I was like, I tell you what, If you ace 15, I will double the hole-in-one prize pool, which at this time it was like 480 or something like that in the pot. If you hit it, I'll double it. Fucking Christ, sure enough, that broad ace, goddamn, she aced the tiered green hole, and I had to double the prize pool for it. So she, on their stream, made a good $1,000 almost. I don't know, it was close to that. At a party, Brooklyn. Okay, so how do we want to play this? The pin's in a bad spot today, right? So you got options. If I have a shot that I can hit over this with no high tee, I would do that. But I'm too far away because I would need to hit the 3-wood, and that hits the hill. So now I'm going to play the safe spot and hopefully, well, it's not even safe, but I'm going to hit the shot that gives me a chance to get an eagle out of this. Okay, so normally you hit the rock twice there, and it kicks you way right. That was a decent kick, but also kind of scary. And that just turns out okay, man. But generally it hits, then hits the rock again, shoots right, and kind of ramps back down. Obviously, we're happy with the result, but that was not the optimum shot. Well, it wasn't perfect. But when you're having to play shots that you're bouncing it off ice and rocks, he sometimes doesn't bounce where you want it to. Yeah, it was pretty dirty, dude. How did that not drop? Jesus. We are. All right, we got a pin in the back. It's 288. I'm going to be far away, but I'm going to be on. All right, we're making mincemeat out of some of the tougher courses right now. We're happy for this. The lonely like me. I gotta say, even though I've been in a little bit of pain while playing lately, I'm actually shooting pretty damn good. Maybe pain gets my head out of the game a bit. I don't know what I would do in life if I didn't have some sort of pain going at all times. It's weird. So that one wasn't drivable. If it was dry, I may have tried it still from that distance, gotten to the hill, and had a chush or a chip from there. But being that it's wet, this shot would have sucked coming in from the hill. Same thing here. I'm not going to get the bounce I need out of the rain, so I'm going to just leave it back for a thumb shot. Wow, Rogers lost endorsements. That's hilarious. I'm sorry. I haven't touched it. I hadn't touched it today. As soon as you make a comment telling me you get your medical advice from Joe Rogan, is when I tell you you can eat shit. That just doesn't make sense. I mean, he works in a profession that has some of the best medical care out there, and he doesn't listen to the team doctors or listen to his own physician. He listens to Joe Rogan. That's just some dumb as rocks ass shit right there. All right, so this is one. If we were farther down, this would have a chance of hitting the hill. Obviously, this isn't dramatic enough to have it happen because what I'm hitting is going to be a wood. It ain't hitting the hill from here. But it's the kind of shot that could. Oh. Ouch. All right, rain's going away. We got a little moistness here. So this one won't check back as hard. But now after this hole, though, everything's back to normal. Now we're dry the rest of the round. Shit. Too much. That's savage now. I was trying to get one of the ramps. But that was a 130, 409-yard drive. I mean, you got to understand how the ball ramps off of things. I mean, I've hit that ball on that hole over 700 yards before. Now, mind you, we had a different driver back when the game came out. The driver was a 320 driver, so it had an extra 10 yards on it. But the ramps were real. In fact, I've made it on that green before, on one. So it is a drivable par 5. It is rare that it is in the position that you can get it on. And actually, I haven't seen it since the course wasn't live. But it's weird because I mean, shit, typically, if you were playing at the bar, you never, like, the only time I would play the course here that wasn't for pride, that wasn't live, would be at tournaments. And a lot of the times they would make the blind draw doubles. You play the old courses. Tonight we are young. I like it. You're not. Luke, to be quite frank, I don't. The only thing I'd like to see is more things in real-time rivals. I'd like to see modes that, and this is coming, like modes that are more like your Call of Duty's rank-up type system, where you're getting stuff like skins and more cosmetics, and it keeps track of where you're at on the leaderboard. So, like, I might be a prestige level 5 Golden Tee player. That kind of thing, you know? I've never been one to care about cosmetic things in the game. I mean, put it this way: when I dress this golfer, I hit the randomized button and hit buy, whatever. That's it. I don't pay attention to that stuff too much. So really, every care that I have in Golden Tee is about getting more people to play, and I think they're gonna. I think that the PGA is going to have a big effect on that. No, 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 no. The thing that I ask of anybody that's here watching, you know, I know when we get to the bar and go to play and there's like random schlubs on your machine, it gets you irritated and frustrated because you're like, oh, I want to play, yada, yada, yada. Core, there's new things coming, but it will be, those things are going to be all aboard. And it's probably not going to be the first iteration. It'll probably be year 2 of PGA that we start seeing really cool new stuff. But to my knowledge, when it releases, there's not going to be anything that you can't do on your other machines, on the green tech ones that we have right now, other than play the PGA courses. Yeah, Alice, that was a lag putt. I'm not going to try to chip that in. I'm not going over the water 6 times on this. Yes, that's why I bring this stuff with me. Microfiber towel, 99% isopropyl alcohol, and we're done. Spray the ball, spray the towel, wipe the ball down, and you'll get rid of that shit real quick. Like, I don't care. Happy, clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. I will say that again. There are no stouts. There are no streaks. There are no grabbers. And that's all I'll say about that. Be ready. There's a change. All you got, but don't hold it back. Where we at? Where we at? Oh, we're heading to Tahiti Cove. I hate to say it. This year was a bullshit year of Golden Tee. So I just mentioned streaks. Well, streaks were the year prior to this. And typically before we had the app and things like that, the old equipment that was available for the year prior was no longer available. Yeah. but so what we found, and we didn't have tees, right, when this year was out. But so when streaks went away, there wasn't really a really long ball. Streaks were super long back then and had very little spin. So on this course, streaks were incredible with the Helix bag, which was that we called it the fun bag. So you would play the super spin clubs with a ball with almost no spin, and it ended up you'd have a little bit more spin than you did before. Right? So, but the balls were not available on the machine from this year. So what we had to do was go find 2008 machines, and us in Minnesota, we had one across the border in Wisconsin, like a 45-minute drive. So we would take, everybody had one of each other's cards, so whenever somebody needed to go, we just load everybody up. Such a huge advantage on it. Now with the app, you can get all the past equipment, all that goodies. I still remember I didn't buy hybrids when they came out in the first year of Golden Tee. And there was a course that hybrids were perfect on later on. And I see everybody using them. I ended up having to call Brad Litz at IT, and I was like, hey, I need you to get these on my account somehow. And I was like, do you want me to send you a card? It's like, no, I just printed you out one. We got a machine here. I'll log you in and buy them. I was like, what do I owe you? He's like, nothing. You're good. Like, thanks, buddy. And then I still never used them. I'm happy. All right, let's go with the low T. Oh, guys, my girl's on. We got some Taylor pumping in my ears. You can't be mad. You can't get mad at this. You were young when I first saw you. There. On a balcony in summer air. this is the old school Taylor Swift, like back when this was country. Awesome. Fantastic. I don't like country. You were Romeo, you were throwing apples, and my daddy said, stay away from Julia. The staircase begging you, please don't. Robert, I think we'll get that. Some of us will get it a little bit before, but there's no benefit of having the app until we see the new machine. So it'll come out it will coincide with release day. It's a love story, baby, just say yes. Yeah, I'd like to get my hands on it pretty soon. Well, no, okay, she didn't have exes, dude. She's actually a really good songwriter. But no, this is before, like, anybody really knew her. This might be before Even Speak Now. Oh! You love it. Letter and Caesar said, stay away from Juliet. Begging you, please don't go. She's a national treasure, Caesar. Save me, how to feel difficult, but it's real. This mess, it's a love story, baby, just say yes. Oh, it's Love Story by Taylor Swift. I don't have issues, you guys have issues, all right? I mean, if somebody ever wanted to send me a Taylor Swift cardboard cutout, I would be happy with that. I would love it. All right, so this is an interesting shot a lot of the time. There's a ton of ways to go at it, and this was the genius of a lot of the old courses. There were so many different routes. I could go straight through the trees. I could hit an A1. I could go way right and hit a C3. Crimson Rock was a hell of a course. I don't think it would turn out very well if they ever had to remake courses like, and I don't think the remade courses have had as much impact as they were hoping. But nonetheless, some of them are great. Rattlesnake, I think it's a shit course now, but it was my favorite course of all time before. They changed some of the bounce dynamics that change how the course get played. Okay, cool. That's fine. I can deal with it. But like the Coral, yeah, did it? No, we're good. No, we're good. But like Coral Ridge, right? That course is horrible. It's a horrible piece of trash. But back in the day, it was great. But it's horrible mainly because course par on it can be like 24 or 25, and that's just stupid. And honestly, hole one with how we play it now on that course. It's just kind of shit because it is so dependent on you knowing which trees are invisible and which tree is actually there. And once you know that, it's still not easy to get it. But this is a hole is the reason why we had to get streaks. Because we were getting this on most setups, even with no tees. Sorry, didn't mean to turn around. Got some nice mellow ass music here. It's good. It's good. Caesar, did you leave? Are you on the road yet or what? Wow, normally I cannot get my thumbs up that much distance, and I overdid that at 101. Wow. I don't get into the hundreds much on my thumbs. Let's take a shot from me. with the fire red. Wait, let's see if we can get him. Let's see if we can get him. All right, how are we playing this? There's a club that fits right through that gap, and I believe it's the 9.5 driver. So I don't like that. That's not going to work. I would need to high tee the 10.5. Maybe a low 3 wood would work. Or even better, a low 10.5. Oh, that is not a good look. All right, so even the low 10.5 hit the hill. Come on. Maybe I'm going to end my streams like that from now and be like, oh, I'm having internet issues. I'm pretty good at that. I can stay still. It's the lighting that gives me away. The light giving away. The TV change. Shit. Ooh, girl, you shining. Avenue Diamond. Oh, Jason Robinson. I mean Brandon Robinson. I don't know why I just mixed up everything. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, of course I'll use it, but it's not really necessary a lot of times. Marvin Gaye, like Hathaway, a song for you like this. Out of my mind, thinking I was moist, but oh. You're so classic. Baby, you're so classic. All right, do we have to fight the one wind? We do. And that did it. And then I sprayed it. No. Caesar's driving up from Texas. He's going to visit a bunch of military buddies of his. People that he was on active duty with. And he just happened to be coming through this way going to Minnesota, I believe. If I'm wrong, let me know, Caesar. Thinking I was born in the wrong time. Don't go crazy. Like this. I'm guessing he's on 35 right now, is my guess. Would be my guess, right? Caesar, you're on 35 right now. Yep, and it's crazy because I lived off of 35 in Minneapolis. If you go to Kansas City, 35 goes right through KC. But 35's like an hour and a half west of me right now, too. Baby, you're so classic. Like a movie star from the silver screen. One of a... All right, got the pin in the back. We're going to go from this angle, and we're going to nuke a high T5. I'm going to release the 5. But your question about high T roll, you're going to notice that high T release and high T roll are pretty similar. I'll only high T... Well, I mean, it's not out of my bag. It's not out of my realm of possibilities. It just doesn't seem like I need it most of the time. Oh, God. That was bad. I wanted to cut that. Kick back. All right, so we got a chip. And this is the kind of chip I missed. In my cardigan. Who's in the fame excess? Am I gonna fit in the cabin of for the first time. Look right, see the Hollywood sign. So famous. Uh-oh. Wow. Too much pressure and I'm nervous. I don't know. I missed that ball kind of. That didn't feel good. And the Jay-Z song was on. Hands up, playing my song. Dude, this is like guilty pleasure music night for me. I'm loving it. Dude, it's just based off of need. And a lot of the times I'm high teeing to go higher. Oh, I know, Corey. I've seen it. I've seen the pictures. Caesar, a lot of the times I'm using a tee not just for distance, but for height. And then we all know that backspin will make that go even higher. So that's probably why we're seeing backspin most of the time from me. I don't like this setup one bit. I guess I never got the memo. This song was on. Circus got probably the best sports book on the strip. I mean, in Vegas right now. And then awesome adult pools. Adult. It's an adult fucking casino only. Which you kind of didn't. I didn't really think you needed to say that. So the basic premise of being adult means there's not much I can do that hasn't been done before. Been on the run. Ah! The night. All right, so this one is a different setup. The joy here, and I didn't know this, but the forward clears this tree. Wow, it really clears it. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I'll need it. So, okay, so we do typically, Puff and I like to get a cabana thing. And they did, Puff set it up last year. We did, I can't remember where we were. But, I mean, would a cabana and shit at that place be awesome? Or is it a good-ass pool? And I don't know, is February good for weather-wise? It should be, right? 80s is my guess. Here's a... Uh-oh. Let's see this bad boy. Ah, that's my crew. That's my crew right there. There they are. Hi, boys and girls. Yeah, Circa is the new one. Yeah, that's it. Hey, Lurch. Oh, I love my guy. Oh, I love you guys. Lots of hugs. Big ones. Only for you, though, Marcus. Nobody else is allowed to touch me in that group except for you. I don't give a shit. Who cares? No. We'll have a package. Don't worry, guys. Giddy up. God damn. So good. Justin, there'll be a package for it. Don't worry. And I guess, I mean, who cares? I'm going to be getting like 50 grand for first. Hey, Adam. How you doing, buddy? Oh, that's not good. I don't like that. I'm still going in the fucking pool, though. I don't give a shit. Oh, yeah. No, that place will be fantastic. Let's just hope before we get too stuck, before we get too caught up in it, we make sure that everything works out with that location. In what regard? I will guarantee that I'm top 6 in both events. That's my guarantee. Yeah, it's my cousin. I hate making predictions because there's no tournament I've ever been to that I don't think I'm going and winning. I mean, and I know that, and that's not being cocky, but if I don't have that mindset, if I don't have the mindset that I'm going and winning, I'll never do it. But my prediction is this: is that there's only one person that makes top 6 at both events. In the Top Gun and the Dallas tournament. I don't know if you guys are ready if you haven't been to one of these for the end of year tournaments, it is draining. It is a grind. You have to be able to pace yourself, right? I mean, you get so tired, you're ready to fall out during the Top Gun Little Gun event. Now, luckily, there's over 30 machines now, which is going to be awesome. So I don't think we're going to run into much time delays with it, but it's still a lot of fucking Golden Tee for 2 days. So, I mean, as much as if your first event is this, don't feel ashamed and feel pissed if somebody's like, if you ask them to play, and they're like, man, I don't want to play. It's not you. It's the fact that they don't want to play, and we don't want to play the golf anymore. Well, I haven't been winning enough lately, but I didn't project a win. But I look, the last 2 tournaments I've gone to, I don't think there's been. Yeah, it's double elimination. I honestly think I've been playing better than almost everybody I've seen at events lately. Oh, sweet. I mean, in Nashville, I played fantastic the whole weekend. I like the Orleans. They treated us great, dude. Yep. They treated us fantastically. Okay, and here's why. Orleans, right? So I flew Allegiant from here to there because it was a direct flight. My flight on the way home got canceled, and I went downstairs and I was like, there probably won't be mask requirements. It'll go by whatever the jurisdictions have. But so my flight got canceled, and with Allegiant, when you're flying to smaller airports, it's like my next flight. I was going home Tuesday morning, and the next flight wasn't until Friday. So I went downstairs and I was like, "What are my options? You guys have any rooms available?" And they went like this. They went, "Yeah, we do. Check. Here you go. You're good until Friday." And I was like, "Why?" And he's like, "You guys were fantastic this weekend. We understand there's flight problems. Here you go." I was like, "Whoa." Oh my God. You can't miss that putt. Jesus. I don't care. I'm staying at that casino no matter what. And I got a feeling we're bringing I think we'll be bringing, I think I'll be bringing Jill. So I'll definitely have a night. We'll go and see some shows every other night too. And Jill will just sit and play slots. So it's so funny too, because whenever I'm out there with Jill, she's like, we'll split up a little bit. And I'll go over to her, and she's like, "You're gonna kill me, Mark." She's like, "You're gonna kill me. I'm down money." And I was like, "Oh shit." Yeah, I think it'll be gone by then, but so but she'll be. I was like, "Oh shit, how much are you down?" And she's like, "I'm down like $120." And I was like, and I don't want to tell her that I'm down like $7K right now, you know, like. But she's my good luck charm when we're out there. Nothing. let me do this. I put the link. Eric, I just sent you the link to. Don't worry about it though. I'm just going. I just needed it off my phone and getting it on Facebook. Nothing way out of the way you're driving me crazy. That was stupid. Wow, back-to-back putts. Not good. Like the way you... Oh, god damn it. Why does Facebook do that and change it to their link? Fuck Facebook. There, that's a clean link. Ooh, 9 in the face. It's uphill. I don't know if this is going to get there, but we're certainly going to try. Nightfall. No, we don't have that list yet. But I tell you what, Joey, I'm definitely going to get the events modes up that Sunday night beforehand. And I'll come out and play them, and we'll give you guys a good club set to use on them. But I got a feeling with it's going to go. But if my guess is correct, it's going to be one on each one of. It's going to be an event on each of the 7 courses. Makes sense to me. Now they might take off the remastered ones and make a par 3 and a par 5, but it would make sense to me if you did it what I said. I'm not a Call of Duty guy anymore. I haven't played it in years. So no, right now all I'm playing is Far Cry and Diablo. And I still play in the show. And do remember, Joe, are you on a home edition, Joey? You got to remember as well with the home edition, I hate to tell you guys, I'm still going to win. I'm going to win all the events. I need the money, and I think it'll up the prize pool for us a bit. But you don't have to compete against me. I've already got a spot. Justin, honestly, if you saw the numbers on how much more gameplay the par 3 contests get, you would understand why IT does that. You don't understand why IT doesn't do them every week. Oh no, guys, I'm so fucked from down here. Oh, what am I gonna do? I mean, you're so screwed when you're here, aren't you? Oh my god, that was impossible. Shit, now I got a tough putt. Wow. So I give them credit for not doing it more. But it's also the reason why we haven't had an X-Men contest in a while, because they make way less money off of them. Justin, you're preaching to the choir on that one. I personally think that Money Shot is the single worst game that they've ever made. I think it's probably the worst thing. I can't even play it. I hate it. Just to the ones that we had. Just to the ones that we lost on the... And the way they did closest to the pin now is absolutely stupid too. But that'll change, I believe. Money Shot ain't going anywhere though, because it gets a lot of play. I didn't realize how many stupid people we had. No offense to you stupid people out there, but those who probably like Money Shot won't understand that I'm talking about them. Why? Because of the stupid factor. It's easy. It's easy. Yes, you do, Corey. Don't worry. Jade tells me all about how much you love me and how important what I say to you is. She's like, I can't even go to bed without hearing, did you hear what Mouth said tonight? And I was like, no, Corey, I never hit it. I never hear it. I don't watch. I was like, all right. No, but okay. So Bryce, honestly, let's be honest. How much money are they losing by us not being able to play, even it's 4 credits, competitive games at any time? Oh, it's all of them. Oh, no, not at all. Well, the majority of single game and 5 game set people, yes, but really it's a banger game. I mean, I don't know if this is still true, but you would be baffled that for most of the time I've played GoldenTeeTV, that it's like a 60-40 split of games played without logging in favor of the people who don't play for prizes or log in. Uh-oh. What? My wife just came down to say goodnight, everybody. You can say goodnight to everybody. You look amazing tonight. Wow. Well, at least talk loud enough so they can hear you.
Nobody can talk as loud as you.
Well, okay, agreed. But you can talk loud enough for the mic to think that you're here.
I'm talking normal.
There she goes. Oh, she did. She said goodnight to you, Justin. I appreciate you. Good night, everybody. See, they wanted to say goodnight to you, and you just fucking shunned the viewers, Jill. You can't shun the viewers. That's no.
Good night.
Good night. I am out. I'm out, and I'm done. There we go. All right. Headphones in. Annoyance is over.
Hey!
Can't hear anything that she's saying anymore. I know she's saying nasty. Oh, hi! Shit, I didn't realize she wasn't up the stairs yet. All right, we're here, though. We're back. Okay, so back to it. Yeah, we'll have some new, there's going to be new game modes. I don't think it'll be in 2020. It won't be on the 2022s, but for the next year. And I think that the first year that we do PGA, we're going to have a really big world championship. So, Justin, my thoughts before, they curtailed it because one, I was right. They really wanted to do this on the PGA machines. The problem is with the timing of everything, the PGA machines are projected to be out just before World's Championships, and they didn't feel like it would be fair to people that didn't have them that got machines near them right now. It would have been like playing something on a PS5 that only the first, they only got 500 of them out right away. It just couldn't happen. So look for the next World Championships to be where it's going to be partnered with PGA and all that cool stuff. Oh, yeah, I wish. Did I really just hillbilly that one that hard? Oh, wow. Wow, that was awesome. Awesome. Let's go, Galaxy. But okay, so it's just missing, it's a lost revenue. By not being able to make 35 cents a game at us at home, I tell you what, I look now to make sure I have enough invites to play through the stream, and then really, if I'm in the lead in events, there's no sense of me playing the game. I do. I actually do. If the way the partnership goes, if it goes in my head the way that I think it will, yeah, it'll have to be there. And guys, don't worry. The PGA courses, they're no easier than Baja. All right, they are. They're no easier than Baja. I would come down and play, but that's the thing. I would never play 50 games straight. But I'd wake up, eat some lunch, maybe play some video games for an hour or two, and then get in the basement and play. Or I'd set up my workstation if I'm working from home, I set up my workstation the way it is now. Bam. That's it. That's good. I'm actually thinking of moving, putting a nicer TV down here on the machine, something that can handle the PS5, and then I could just stream. I could come down here and stream PS5 too. I do. I know. I do love you guys. That's the key. I don't go play commercial much, if at all, anymore. I mean, like, it's just too grindy for me, and I really don't want to be at a bar, man. I just don't really want to be at a bar. If we still had a K, if I had a K down here, I probably would, but there's no reasonable justification of putting it in, because if I'm not playing enough games even to cover the cost of everything, then I can't expect it to get any bigger. All right. It looks like a par 3 set, but I have no idea if it is or not. Oh, God, that was terrible. We just parred one. No, I'd do it both, you know? Well, I'm just trying to think of ways that YouTube will finally review me and get me into the partner program so I can get paid from this a little bit. Oh, have fun, Caesar. Good night, buddy. Another perfect line. Jumping line. All right, we got to catch back up here. We're going to hit all fun shot. We're going to try to run this down the top. Oh. Got no reason, got no frame, got no family I can name. Something that'll light those years. So does it start? Is it starting right away next week? November 8th. Oh, yeah, it does. Sweet. But that's just for prize for commercial. So they're spacing it out a little bit. I would have loved to see more games, more for the... Ah! Yeah, actually, if you look back, I started the first 2 games tonight were on Tropical. But I'll get a Tropical in for you, Aiden. I love you. I love you. Oh, and I love Shannon, too, even though I haven't gotten to meet her enough yet. Any woman that's willing to carry your bags, I'm in. I'm all in. Because little does she know, I want to carry your bags, too. She already got the fun one. She got your children. I don't have that opportunity. And then there'll be some other things in there that they haven't announced yet, like what's going to happen with the non-prize play states. I'm assuming there's going to be a few spots there for them. The way you hold your eye. I don't believe Aiden has. Aiden's going to get one of the home edition spots, would be my prediction. I gotta say, another guilty pleasure of mine is Pink, dude. I think Pink. We had that generational people. We had Britney, Christina, and Pink were all similar times. I think Pink's turned out to be the best artist out of that group. Home in the dead of night. I can't say alone with all that's on my mind. Away with me tonight. right. I don't like this shot, but me home in the dead of night. Be alone with all that's on my mind. You'll stay with me tonight. Yes, she is. And I thought Christina was always the hottest, but actually I think Pink might be a better singer even too. I'm sorry, if you hear some of these songs she's wailing on now, crazy. And that's now. I mean, this is getting older. Damn it, I couldn't catch the fringe. Shit. It's on my mind. All right, here we go. Time to can it. Here's a canner. Word of Mouth is doing World Championship qualifier help. All it takes is $500 and for you to fly here for the weekend. And I will guarantee we will teach you how to get a spot in the World Championships. I got some photo editing tools that will allow us to make it look like you're playing the game while I'm playing the game for you. You can be the greatest. You can be the... Yeah, you can drive. Man, that would look bad, though. Honestly, guys, it's going to be easier to qualify in commercial. I'm going to go play commercial a bunch during this. Just because that... I think I got on it. I won the one that I got in on, and I think it paid $750, and I think I played 40 games. What do we got? Do we have a tropical left? Aiden, shoot me a tropical invite. I'll definitely play it. I don't have one, though. I really don't want to play Monty again. Let's play this Indigo. Ooh. That was fun. Thanks, Even. This should be the goal. Breaking all the rules. You never could be broke. Let's make this. Here it comes. Oh. Yeah. Take your time, buddy. Just let me know when it's set. Ooh, we got 1 and 2. That's a tough one to start this. Oh, well, you gotta let them fund the pot, though. I mean, I get it. What about personally? What if I said personally? I think that the person who gets the spot shouldn't be getting another prize. You can't. I don't know how you could have 2 events. The two. But I get it. I get it. And I think I agreed with you back when we first had these. But now, being materialistic, how? how do you have CTTP giveaways now, though? I don't know how that would work. All right, we need to high tee this. I want to get this so I have a 9-wood in. Because a 9-wood's over the top. So if I can get that up close to, yeah, that's fine. 220 in, I can hit release on this and still clear it. Quite this sore. Your words cut deeper than a knife. Need someone to keep me back to life. Feeling that I'm going under, that I'll make it out alive. Okay, but you're forgetting, Corey, they got to catch the non-prize play states, so that's going to be a good 4 or 5. That's probably 4 or 5, too. Then you got a couple that are giveaways, like Little Gun gets it this year. There is one that was assigned to Jason Kendrick, but but he hasn't done a tournament. That sounded good, Ken. I think the microphone before was why it didn't sound very good. I have my moments of very good singing. Reap what I sow, nothing dead on my own. Got a feeling that I'm going under. Wow, that's the first one to say I sing well. Caesar's telling me he's unsubscribing. Then today, he wasn't even here and jumped in on his car to tell me to stop singing or else he's unsubscribing. Unbelievable. The level of disrespect I get from that man is unreal. I'll be reading stitches. Yeah, so forever, it was always just one bracket for the player. We used to call it player of the year, but then, so before it used to be top 32 and that was it. Well, they turned it into top 64 and separated off into the top 32 and the bottom 32. So, and it's all the point system because now that there's a lot more people in the tournaments. I mean, how do you not sing Shawn Mendes well, though? It's just easy. I knew I was going to do that. I just didn't think it would come back enough with a full. Ah. I do like that. Now, remember a couple years back, that's how they did the home edition one. So that would be considered purple. So it just goes top 32 is main, the next 64 is purple, and then after that is the pink. Mainly because you want to give everybody a chance to play some kind of match play for showing up at the tournament. Plus, you want Peggett wants to get some back. I felt terrible, dude. My boy Jeremiah was on. It was the Sandhill one where I think the top 8 got in, and dude, so he missed 18 off to the left, and then chipped up and hit the hill and left himself like a left 10 from 15 feet, and he was pissed that he missed the chip and slapped the ball and missed the putt. And if he makes the putt, he was in no problem. He didn't get in that, but he made it on par 3 on commercial after that. Wow, that went forever. And then he also got 6th place on the par 5 one the week before. He wasn't a thumber. That was the most impressive thing. He didn't thumb. And then he watched me play in the event. And I'm like thumbing everything. And I think in the first 10 games of that par 3 one, I was like, had 2 5-betters. Yeah, I saw that, Corey. We have a couple. We've had a couple offers. And pandemic changed a lot of it, but I had a couple financial companies in New York ask about coming out to do like their corporate retreats. But I mean, guys, the pandemic changed a lot of our plans. I mean, Rich and I had plans to do a bunch of on locations or go to other people's places and stream. The biggest problem is, yeah, I want to do that anyway, just for fun. But the bigger problem comes is setting up streams on other people. Actually, Justin Brock, he married a pretty cute girl. I'll give her some credit. I bet she looks fantastic tonight. No, you need the sun when it's turning. Wow, I missed a shot and got a 29 on that. That was a 30 setup. You don't see 30 setups on Indigo Mountain too often. How when you're feeling low. The wife went to bed. That means I've got some PlayStation time coming up. I don't normally take PlayStation times on weekends. All right, let's play this Celtic. Oh, wait, did Aiden send that invite? Let's see. Ah, there it is. It takes a second down here. Oh, shit, he's even paying $15 for this one, guys. Here we go. All right, we're going to have to time this out. My location can't be determined. I don't understand that. Here's the deal. If they determine my location is an hour ago, it says Cedar Rapids, and I'm in the center of it, I cannot get out of this area fast enough to not be in the same location, which is weird. Well, hey, you guys, I get it too. I mean, it took Sandmeyer messaging me right away because I didn't quite get what the fuck that kid was doing when I met him right away. Like, I was like, is this serious right now? And I can understand people having that impression would start right away, right? But after you talk to him, dude, he's a good human being, man. He's had a different life than us, thinks differently than most of us do. And I'm not going to knock him for it. He's not hurting anybody ever. That's the thing. The kid doesn't hurt anybody ever. Yeah, I talk to him probably on a daily basis, at least not text. And will I say it's frustrating as hell sometimes? Absolutely it is. It's absolutely frustrating, but he's got a good heart. That's all that matters, man. But thank you, though. I gotta say, I've been sitting there getting pissed off a bit. It's starting to piss me off a bit. I'm not gonna lie. All right, so we're 35. So 35 for me is probably a 9-wood. And that's awesome because, so with the 9-wood, since the 9-wood carries a little bit harder, I play this one as straight 20% for my 9-wood when I hit it. So 20% is 38. I should probably release this. I'm not worried about the lip in front of me with a 9, and now it's just a shush. Now, see, and that one, I hit it 38, which is weird. I normally don't. But I didn't take my time and do it soft. I was like, as long as I hit this straight, it's going in. All right, so the pin is in the back. Now, I like hitting the bite spin on the 10.5. The problem is when the pin's in the back, if I hit this hard with bite to get it there, I am going to be high enough into the trees. So I'm going to play this with no spin. Now, the problem with no spin is the bounce coming up, it does not bounce. It bounces sideways off this hill a lot. So now I just want a little cut. I'm going to hit it solid. And I overcut the shit out of that. Whoops. All right, we're in a good spot, though. And that backspin, oh, it's heavy rough. Yeah, but I never get 1 and 2 anymore. It's always get 1, miss 2. Get 2, miss 1. What I want to give you guys, though, is the heavy rough shot. I want to make sure you guys understand how I'm calculating my distance on it. Because everybody seems to think that the ball backspins faster with the drive. And I'll show you the hole, and I'll bring it up when I get there. I brought it up the last game that we played. I don't think it's an Invisaleaf, but there's one branch that sticks down. Oh, I agree. But when I have to hit it harder, Corey, to get it to the pin, that's a lot of the times with bite spin and the 10.5, where you bring that low tree, that you bring the one branch in between the trees in play. I miss playing arrows on this course because I would just hit a 6-wood high tee straight at that hole, right at the top, and your 6-wood almost never hit anything. So that was awesome. Whew. That's the second time I've thumbed over 100 tonight, and that was directional though, so that was probably more like a 98. Like I said, I don't like getting up into the hundreds. All right, do I go hard at the hole out? Yeah, let's do it. Ooh, pieces of juice and some peace of mind. All right, so is it this hole or the next one? I think it's the next one after this. No, this one. All right, so everybody seems to think, oh, if I put it in the fairway, I can stop the ball, but if I go to the island, I can't. And that's not true, because the 5-wood, 6-wood, 4-wood out of the heavy rough will backspin and stop faster than the 8.5 or the 9.5 does going at this hole. So I want to show you how to calculate your distance. And I did it again. No, I'm good. Okay, so on heavy rough, I'm 239 away. Before I calculate wind, I find the club that gives me that distance, right? 235 with the 6-wood, that club, and I'm just looking at the club distance. 235, I've got a little outwind. This club will get there. This will get there with a softer hit, but I have a risk of going over it now. But I'll be able to backspin, so I'm going to play the 5, and I can lay off of it a little bit now. But watch how fast that stops out of the heavy rough. You can't make a driver stop that fast. So to me, there's never a time that it's worse to go there than it is to go on the fairway. All right, so 9 to me. All right, when the pin's at the bottom, okay, if the pin's at the top, this is either a A1 5-wood, A1 4-wood. And I just hit it inside, outside, depending on direction of wind. Where the pin is now, if I hit an A1, I'd hit an A1 with the 5-wood here, and I would be safe, but then I get a 60-foot to 90-foot down 8-foot. So I'm looking at this one now, maybe from going from here. I'm going to pull it back just a little bit right to fight the tree line, and then I'm going to throw it out a little bit right. And I didn't get it out enough. I caught the branch. That's what happens if I'm trying to go at that pin. The 5-wood, though, there, I would have been on the green every time, but chances of me making that putt from there are slim. And even if I catch that branch, I'm never in too bad of a way. So, okay, I get a birdie. If I didn't catch that branch, that ball's pin high, maybe a 20-foot putt. Yeah, you don't ever need the 2-iron. You can always get it around with any club, with any of the clubs. And I don't put a 2-iron in my bag. Just for that, you don't need it. There isn't a setup that you can't get it out with a good shot. But you have to play a risky shot with it. Because when you got a left to right wind on 11, and you're tucked way behind the rock, well, you can't get it around. Oh, 11's not bad. Okay. My thought process, here's what I do on 11, right? On 9, rarely do I ever use a high tee. Now, the shot that I'm saying with the A1, for me, it's almost always an A1-ish type shot, sometimes a little inside of the one, sometimes full one with a 5-wood or a 4-wood. If the pin was where it's at today, I'll play a straighter shot, baby cut it, and throw around it. For this one, for me, though, first thing I look at, okay, am I around the trees right now where it's got me aiming me? Yes. I look at this, and I see that with the 4-wood, it's 2 turns pretty much exactly. So that one's a little bit more than 2 turns with the full. So I'm going to move this out here. Okay, cool. Now where's it at? Okay, it's a little bit outside of the hole still, but I got a wind fighting me. If you look at the tree line, right? The 4-wood with backspin will clear that first tree that's in play and stay under the branches of the tree that's first here. The 5-wood doesn't always stay under the tree. So for me, I play the 4-wood almost every time. I'm going to hit a full, and I'm going to smoothie this a little right. So the 4-wood is my play 99% of the times on that. With the 5-wood, I make sure to hit the same kind of shot, but I put it outside of the tree line. But with that 4-wood shot, knowing that it clears that first tree that you can hit, that's why you don't need the 2-iron to hit a full C3. If I need to, I'll turn left to turn from there, cut it, and then just whip it way out. Yeah, the question is of need, though. The 1-iron works. When else do I need to use it? I need to make sure I've got enough clubs in my bag here, because on Tropical, I use 3 drivers. And when I do that, I lose an attack club in there, which is my 4-iron. If I put a 1-iron in my bag here too, what club am I dropping that I use all the time? I'd probably have to drop the 4-wood or the 5-wood. And I'm not willing to do that to attack those. So to me, even if I lose a stroke there, oh, it's a ton more cut. You're correct. But I just play the 4-iron from a left turn, the 4-wood from left turn once, half cut it, and then whip it all the way out. No, bullshit. See, that's the thing. We're messing up if we don't have those gaps for where I can thumb with stouts. All right, my most productive clubs in the game are all the G-wedge, the 9-iron, the 9-iron, the 8-iron, and the 7-iron. Those are my scoring clubs. I'm using those to hold out. Whenever I can get one of those to play with, that's my holdout club. So I want those gaps to be as small as possible so I can change clubs rather than having to adjust with a cut shot. And that's a stout theory that you should really be thinking about. I want to have those. It's why on my par 3 bags, I fucking hate shit. No, my par 3 bags, I want smaller gaps on my, as small gaps as possible. It's why I only carry the 10.5 driver on my par 3 bag, and then all my gaps are tiny. So I can have a sand wedge, a pitching wedge, and a 9-iron in my par 3 bag. That same theory applies here with this. But if every chance I get in Golden Tee, oh, come on. That was money. Especially with stouts, I really want to have those attacking irons. And really, once you get down to 5-irons and below, 5-irons still a little bit not as good, but I can make that thing work with using low tees and shit on it. But those gaps, I want to cover those gaps, make those gaps as small as possible with those low irons. Because really, they're our most precise clubs. I want as many of them in my bag as I can have. Some courses you can't do it because, like, I have to lose one of those, I think, when I'm playing my, no. If I'm playing my Rhineland bag, I drop the 4-iron too. So I'm always going to drop a lower lofted club before a higher lofted one. Well, thank you, sir. Now, does that change if I'm playing a different ball or different bag? Yeah, it might. And some courses, yeah, hey, you can do that, but I mean, 17, I used an 8-iron almost every time on it. Could I get away without having it? Yeah, absolutely. I can always, but will I hold it out much? Not as much. And that thought never would have probably crossed my mind before we all started playing stouts, to be quite frank. I mean, really, I mean, if you have to lose one stroke on this course for not having a club, and it's not even just lose one stroke, it's hit a shot that's totally safe that I might be able to hold out, while your opponent might lose a stroke because they're hitting a harder shot that's easier than the shot you would have had to hit, but it's still not an easy shot. I don't know. It's almost an advantage. And this is also a course where sometimes getting down one stroke and giving the other person honors on this course might win you the match. It's why I never even really cared that I couldn't shush right away when this course came out. It's like, fine, that guy, you got a stroke on one. I'm like, you're shit the rest of the way. And that came out wrong. I'm going to make you eat my shit. No. No, he didn't. If he did, a lot of it, his mentor, his Golden Tee mentor was a big anti-meter guy. I don't think he turned it off when he was here. I didn't notice it. Well, that's weird. Honestly, I want you to try to mimic me. I've always wanted people to try to mimic me. Yeah, how does that not go in? Shit balls, cock. Maybe he was fucking with the stream a bit. God damn it. Let me go. I gotta go change my battery. I'll be right back. Hello, darkness, my old friend. You're gonna beat me. I didn't play it very well. All right, let's go. Let's play this. Let's play this Dodge City debacle, and then you guys will get a. You'll get a dealer's choice. I mean, a player's choice for the last game, and then we're calling it a night. I hate this. We never have one drivable anymore. Yeah, but this is the disturbed version, and I hate to say it. That one might be the best remake of a song all time. Wow, I just got shit fucked. Stone. Have a good night, Tony. If you can't see yourself in the mirror, that probably means it's because you're a vampire. By the flash of a neon light lit the night. Right, I saw 10,000 people, maybe more, talking without. It was. But no one cares. All right, speaking of vampires, I despise Kristen Stewart. Right? I say vampires because, you know, she got famous in Twilight. Dude, she looks like she did an amazing job as Princess Diana. She looks like she did a phenomenal job there. Oh, shit. I do. Aiden, you're in Dallas, right? You're going down. You're going to be there. Oh, silent. Oh, either way, I'm in. You know, you guys would be extremely baffled, but I graduated high school and I was 5'4", and so I was a late bloomer to say the least. But I had the voice of an angel as a youth. I had this very, very nice, high-pitched, beautiful voice. Oh, what's your score on Dodge City? 1 was not drivable. We're going to shoot a 30. I was, yes, 5'4". By the time I entered the military, the November after high school, I had hit 6 feet. So I grew like 8 inches in like 4 months. It was ridiculous. But and what I tell you what, a lot of the things I developed, like why I was always louder and things, because I was 5'4" when I hit in 6th grade. So I was the biggest kid up through 8th grade. And then we get to high school and everybody starts hitting puberty and shit. High slider. I don't know what I'm listening to, but it's got a funky beat. Slider, did you pay for fantasy yet? I haven't looked through everything. I'm just curious now that you see it here. Ah! No, I was talking about Aiden I was asking Aiden though. It's going down at the Holiday Inn, man. I grabbed a nice little suite at the Holiday Inn for like $98 a night on hotels.com for me and King, and I guess we got a third man that's staying with us now too. We got a third guy that's getting a couch, I guess. Yeah, it's exactly. It's kind of nice. I wouldn't change it for anything, though, man. Oh, good. Yes, I love it. Yeah, we're 3 miles. I tell you what. And I told my third person, like, I'm not going to be rude and shit, but don't think that I'm going to stick around. Okay. No, whatever. I'm Slider. You're like the least of my worries. I've been very lax this year, and I'm looking, and I probably have only gotten maybe 30% of payments from the field this time. And I'm kind of waiting. I'm waiting a little bit right now. I'm kind of waiting right now because I told everybody before the drafts, I was like, hey, look, if you don't pay, you're not getting paid. And it's funny because I'm surprised that some of the people who have surprisingly good teams haven't paid yet. Because I'm literally going to say when playoffs come around, like, no, you didn't think you're good enough to pay. I think it is. It's 3.2 miles. It's in Keller. But yeah, nobody's bothering. Oh, I know. I'm not worried, Slider. I don't care. And even if you're not, I just cover it. Stroh paid, which is good because I thought he was going to be a pain in the ass after the fight we got into during the draft. That was pretty funny, dude. Because I don't know where else to hit this. I'm not going to make it across, I don't think. So do I bounce it off the roofs and try to get up? That's what I'm going to try to do. Okay, that worked. I think he realized after the fact how wrong he was, though. Middle heart, wasted shorts. Who knows what I think about? What I think about? One love, two mouths. No blouse. Whoops. That was bad. That sucks. That's a Dodge City debacle now. I probably would have been in the running for making... All right, that's going to kill my streak. Yeah, no, that's where I wanted it, though. That's exactly what I wanted to do. I know, but I would have been going directly into the wind and going that way. I was a side wind. It was going to be close. Put my finger around the tongue because I love the taste. Oh, beast hard as four. Outside it starts to pour. Coming down, one love. Yeah, I'm with you too, man. I miss Stro. I love that guy. I can't believe his kid went in the Marines, though, man. I didn't expect that. Oh, no, dude. See, that's the difference, though. I think stouts are the most game-changing piece of equipment we've ever had. And there's no way I'm not going to use them. All right, what am I playing? You guys got to pick. Ooh. Ah, we got a Rocky Hollow. You guys got to tell me what we're playing. I can do this. I don't want to play Hidden again, though. Oh, Volcano. Let's go. What are you thinking, guys? What do you want to see? Last game of the night. If you're not playing Stouts and Golden Tee right now, you are wrong. You're doing the wrong shit. Sorry about that, but you are. Yeah, I don't care. I shoot over 30 all the time. I want to shoot over 30 all the time. Hi, Rodney. Rodney wants to buy you. Oh, do I give him that? Should I give Rodney what he wants? I think we could give Rodney what he wants. Guys, he goes way back. Oh, okay. We'll play Rock. We're going to play this, then we'll play Rocky. I'll give you 2 more. Drop a load on him, baby. All right, now, I might be able to get this close enough for a chush. Because if we look, it's pretty flat. And as long as I get to... I think I'm there. I think I'm good to chush this. As long as I'm on the down slope, we got it about 380. Yeah, we're good. All right, so 20%. That's looking like a 5 wood, but we're going to go with the 4. And it's a gimme. We got hole 1. Be drivable 2. No drivable 2. I'm telling you, Rodney, I don't think these guys believe me, but this is the only course that I have multiple games on of 18 under fronts or better. And there's quite a few of them. And mind you, we were doing that with no tees either. So this course was just set up to be big sometimes. There was 18 unders on the front where it was 1 better. And I swear to God, every time, I never even broke 30 shooting an 18 on the front on this course. I'd break 30s when I'd have shitty fronts. All right, so we got options here. I'm going to this island. It sucks that we got rain right now, because these are all... I'm giving myself good lines to attack. Be drivable par 5 when it comes up. Okay, so options here, too. We're going to go with the tacky shit. Now, that's the major benefit of having the 8.5 driver. Having the 8.5, the 9.5, 310, if you're carrying that club, does not skip on straight shots, even with a low tee into the wind. Right? It'll skip on straight shots without winds, but the 8.5 will skip on thumb shots with low tees. And that skip, if you guys saw it on Sandy Reef. So Sandy Reef, that year's courses was when the people first started using 2 driver bags, right? And I hate to say it, another guy, a guy that we don't mention enough on here, on his contribution to the game. The first one to do it was Paul Taylor. And we laughed at him for it. We were like, that's so stupid. I'm not carrying 2 drivers. And then everybody's like, oh, the 10.5 driver clears a lot of shit. But everybody was playing the 9.5 and the 10.5 then. And I was like, I can't justify putting those 2 clubs in the same bag. Now, now that was before everyone had realized the benefits that the 10.5 driver is a must to have in bags. But you can't get by with just the 10.5 driver. There's too many shots that you can't hit with it. But what I found is that the 8, I go, oh, but the 8.5 and the 10.5 are different enough that I can justify having both. And what people didn't realize right away is the shots you can hit with the 8.5, the skip shots, even into a wind, the ball skips with an A1. Basically, the 8.5 driver will skip most of the time you want it to, and no other driver does. I whiffed the ball. That was a gimme look, too. Shit. And that was a bad chip, but we'll take the par. It's... Take me into your loving arms. Under the light of 1,000 stars. There's your hand in my beating heart. Crying out loud. We found love right where we are. Wow, that wind turned out way more than I was expecting it to. Don't feed the strings the same way. All right, guys, and I've said this before. This moment, this course, and this hole specifically defined a lot on how I play in matches and the respect I have for my opponents, right? I'm playing Jeff Harlow, right? And Jeff Harlow, guys, if you don't know Jeff Harlow is, he's a St. Louis guy, doesn't nearly play a lot of it, doesn't nearly play a lot as much as he does, and he used to, but he still can play. He created a lot of the shit that you see. He's the guy who made the chush shot. I don't think it was Sobey. Somebody tried to say that the other night, and I'm almost positive that Harlow was chushing because he's chushed against me a couple times years ago, and I laughed at him, and he made them both. But on this hole, I want to say we were both 2 better coming into it. And this was at a Frozen Open in Chicago. And it was when this course was live. So what is this, 08, 07, something like that? This is the second year's courses. So it would have been like 7 or 8, something like that. So I'm a little bit newer to tournaments, been to a few. Well, so, you know, we both put it out in the fairway right up here. He was a little back. He hit his. It was Harlow. Harlow made the shot. So I go up, and I got a 3-iron in from about this distance. I walk up to thumb it, and when I put my thumbs down, I must have nipped the club back a little bit, so my ball went a foot. And instantly Harlow goes, no, I'm not taking that. You're going to have that stroke. So I'm like, are you sure, man? That's really cool. Well, we tie at 30. We shoot 30s and we tie. And I'm like, I'm starting to log in and swipe because I got honors because he missed the shot going in to give me the lead back, to give me honors back. And I'm going to swipe, and I swipe in. I'm about to pay, and he stops, and he's like, no, what are you doing? And I was like, well, we tied. We got to play sudden death, right? And he's like, no, I gave you that stroke back. You won. And I'm like, God damn. And I was like, no, I can't take that. And he's like, no, you won. He's like, you got that stroke coming. I'm not taking it. You won. And it just sucked looking up because the next, we were 1 and 2 on the leaderboard. And I think the next score that was in the house was at like 24. And I was like, that didn't feel right, but it was right. He was right. And I would do that same thing for pretty much anybody. Unless I know that you're one that will not give the stroke back. For instance, I won't give, if I was playing Haas or Stenmark, has nothing to do with how much I love them. They're both character guys. But both of them have the theory that if something happens in the game, it's not his fault and it's your own fault. And okay, cool. As long as I know that going in, that I'm not having to give a stroke and they don't ask for it, I'm not giving them a stroke back. It's not an integrity thing. It's the same way I look at it. And I don't want to win a match like that, ever. Like, I don't want to beat somebody because of shit, because of something like that we know wasn't intended. Keep cruising. Can't stop, won't stop grooving. I'm fucking this up. I had a good one started. The Trish on one made me feel good, too. Just the player gonna play, and the haters gonna... All right, we got a good look here. All we got to do is go straight today. And actually, let's do this. Get an even better line going in. I would have a problem with their integrity, though, is if knowing that I know now that they don't give those strokes back, if they asked for it, if they asked for them back in a match, that would piss me off. That would tell me you have low character, is if you're not willing to give it to someone else, but you expect it back if it's you that it happens to. In my eyes, singing, it's gonna be all right. Play. That is definitely not a putt, sir. Shake it off. Breaker's gonna break. Hey, Dan. How's it up in Canada? Okay, that's weird. This sucks to get. I hate this look. I've always hated that one. Shake it off. Shake it off. All right, we got one more. What are we playing? We playing Rocky? What are we playing? Rocky? Well, because it's basically just making me hit the ball to one. Try to hit it to one and see if you can make a putt. So by turning right one at certain distances or certain breaks, hitting to the one goes dead end. The long hair. I want you to come over, baby. We can shake. All right, so if I was to choose, I would go, I like Jamaica a lot. I like Alpine. We're going to Rocky. Yeah, I didn't play it very well, but this one I got to shoot well on. I want that 30 right now. That 30 would be nice, because that's a 2-bitter on this course. Unless we could get one to go down the funnel and fucking get up for a chush, and I don't see that being possible. But let's try to bang an A1 and see, or C3 and see where it ends up. Definitely not Chushableville. Well, this one's a bigger group, and payouts are, I think, top prize is $45 in this one. So we want to win this one. We want to make it worthwhile. I sucked at this hole. Oh, we could be living in the city, I know. Got you losing control. Oh, that is not the ruling that I would have made. There's no way a person should ever get penalized by something their opponent does. So, I mean, I've had the I mean, because generally, like, if, like, because he could have held it out too, and that's a terrible feeling to know that you can't. Especially 2-shot par 4s now, because once again, those are the shots you get to attack, right? Yeah. I wouldn't have let that stand for me. I would have been like, fine, I take whatever score my guy gets, and he gets whatever score his guy. Hey, you can flip-flop him then. But then the other opponent might not have the same shot that he wanted. I mean, that's a tough one. But I do agree that you could not give Cam the eagle. That couldn't have happened. You couldn't. He gets penalized. He gets a birdie. I guess birdie's right. Because he got to play he played Cam's ball the rest of the hole, so he got an opportunity in a hole out. You didn't have different clubs and balls on 4, so I guess you're fine. That was probably a fair play. That's probably right. I mean, you could be a stickler and give him a penalty stroke, but that's, once again, most people wouldn't be doing that. All right, we need a hole out on 9. We need this hole out coming up. Yeah, I don't know. I think that the other way is true. No, that's generally, Gateway, that's generally how it will happen in the tournament. But, I mean, technically, I think in a tournament right now, if you hit your opponent's ball, you get credit for golden tee par on the hole, even if you hole out, and the other opponent gets a chance to make a stroke for holing out. That's the penalty. That way, it's not really a penalty unless the opponent does something great. Oh, whoa! So Cam played. Okay, if they didn't even notice, dude, then I should have been. I probably would have said Cam gets his eagle and the opponent gets the birdie in that case. If nobody noticed, it means their shots were so similar that it didn't matter. And back then, like I said, balls and tees and clubs, they didn't. I mean, everything was the same for everybody. So it didn't really matter if it was your guy or a different guy. I mean, shit, even your characters were just different colors. That was it. Now it would have to be more of a decision, Bill. And really, that's not something I'd call a tournament director to, unless somebody was arguing with me. Because they don't need to know. A match is between 2 people. It doesn't matter what happens there. I could tell you that I'm giving you the win on hole 1 because my flight's in a little bit. And that doesn't affect anybody but us 2. We seem to worry. Those I really love will ever really know me. Years old. Sorry, got. Once I was 30 years old. I don't ever want to see you guys going underneath this rock. Hell yeah. Yeah, I agree. There should be some penalty for it. Right. So honestly, his opponent, but it's more we're fun at these tournaments. It doesn't always have to be. There doesn't always have to be an argument with it. The world is still roaming. Oh. All right, the 52K might help me out here a bit. Pins in the bottom. Learning about life. My woman brought children for me. As long as I can tell them stories. Daddy got 61. Remember life when then your life becomes a better one. When I wrote a letter once, I hope my children come to visit me twice a month. Ooh. Okay, we got a pin to attack here. So the biggest part of hole 18 here is some of your tee box setups, you'll be a little bit behind the rock. So you got to play a baby cut around it. Here, I don't even have to high tee this. I got a chance to make this. That was too good of a look. I crack 100K. Oh, 88. 88,000 points. All right, that's good, though. That might hold. That could easily hold. And I feel good about that round, so I want to play one more. What am I going to do? I'm going to play one more because I want to play one more. I was uptight, ready to cut loose of bigger things and want to leave my whole life behind. Not a follower. This course has one of the hardest eagle par 5s ever in Golden Tee. We just saw one of the other ones on Bayou, which is probably the second hardest. But I think hole 16 on this course is the hardest par 5 to eagle. And mainly because the Bayou one, there are times where setups where you could not physically get that ball there in 2. This hole, you can always get it there in 2. It just takes a phenomenal shot to do it. This hole's got a couple shots like that. For the masses, who do you think you are? Dreaming about being a big star. All right, we're going to... Now, the thumb 4 isn't going to work here. The lowness of it will hit the rough first, and I can't have that. So we'll go with the high tee. And almost get it. Thunder. Yeah, the thunder. Yeah, this hole's a bitch, too. Like, I can't go at this pin. I got to just put this on and have a long putt that easily could go over the edge. Let's hope that's 80 feet. This isn't going over the edge. It won't go over. 80 feet. And now, before that was a turbo putt, that ball would have been long over the green. So, that should be right there. Turbo putting does not exist anymore. Oh, I meant to hit a 9 and 8.5 there. I wanted to be farther up. Feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. The thunder. Lightning and the thunder. Oh, fun hole. A nemesis hole of mine, if I might say so myself. All right, that's okay. That wasn't. That pullback felt weird. I should have reset that shot. Fuck. Back. Keep your eyes on me. Shut up and dance with me. Not into that tonight. We're not into the dancing song. Another interesting hole, and it's weird. Now I always go for that little fat part of this strip now, and I can't remember the shot that I was hitting before. Before, we would be bombing this down there with like a C3, and then you'd be down in between the tree line. So we're going to go down to the club just short of it. We're going to bite it. I have no idea, man. Well, I have no idea. I don't know your area well enough. But it does have a big contingent of player down there. Midwest has generally been where the focus of Golden has been. But now you got a lot of Florida, which is a lot of Florida. There's a good... actually, the East Coast itself is probably the main players at Golden Tee right now. Texas. Texas is big, too. Beautiful mistakes. Wow, I laid off of that for some reason, and I knew I needed max on it, and I laid off of it. I got lucky there. Rain farts. Sometimes they happen. Mistake. No. I always go right where I'm going right now. It doesn't matter the wind conditions, anything like that. This is always fine. Sobel is in... Oh, shit. I know where it is, but I think you're right. I think he's a little ways from everybody. All right, I don't think I can dumb this down enough to go in. I'm going to do something goofy here, right? I'm going to thumb this with release. I'm going to aim left of the hole, and I'm going to have it run the hill and come back down and try to go in. I wanted to call it first so you guys didn't think it was lucky bullshit. These shots right here, that distance is the hardest with the 9-wood. It takes a long time to get used to the 9-wood there. It's no problem getting there, but you don't know, do I hit it 140? Do I lay off of it? It's really hard to judge the distance because the meter is different compared to everything else you've learned playing Golden. So the 9-wood, well, I know it's the better of all the 3 woods that are the option. Yeah, it's coming up. It might be 15. I thought it was 16, but it might be 15. It might be the next one. Shit, the last 3 holes are all fucking really hard on this course. No, it's this one. So I got lucky. This is a good look. I can go straight today, so now it's really easy with a high tee and straight. Now, when we played this live, don't believe we had tees. So the only time you could go straight over this was when you were in the front box with a wind and outwind. Or you could hit a C3 from a couple times. But now it's easy because now I'll have a straight shot in. Otherwise, I have to land it on the strip on the left and then hit a C3 bounce over the sand trap shot. It's crazy. It's an awesome shot and it looks really cool when it works. Like thunder gonna shake the ground. Got up, had enough, get loud, I got the eye of tiger. I am... What? I mean, what, we were just miniature people in a blender, now we're saving the world. What? Wow, we got a really easy finish of this. I mean, that's as pleasant of a looks as those last three could be. God damn it, you fuckers! I've got one more. Got one more. Over my stripes, I see the hero to my own hero. Oh, fuck! It beat me to the punch. I guess we're playing Bayou again. We're gonna break. We're going over 27. All right, we're gonna get another chush on one, I think. Nope, that didn't go. Ah, good man. Yeah, we're going to shoot better this time, though. We're going to have a good score here. Ooh, that's close. Nope, we got to be the next box up. No, not at all. So, when I'm trying to get 158s now, if I'm to get a 158, hitting it hard does not get you 158s. So I'm trying to get the speed just right, and it's tough. I mean, it went all the way out, but if you saw that the number was under, it was way low. If I hammer it, it always reads 151. And that's what the rain does there. Without rain, that ball probably got a really good line at it. Oh. All right, we got the same setup here. I'm going to do it again. Low T driver straight. And the reason I'm low T'ing it, I don't need to, but the low T there, well, if I miss it a little bit, I'll hit short and hit the water and go, and I'll skip. Hi, Josh. Nice 31 under, buddy. I saw that. I'm very proud of you. You've earned my respect, sir. All right, here's the high T roll that Caesar was asking about. Oh, no. Well, weird. My wife's sister lives in London, and they had their time change like days ago. Fuck, I forgot it was the first hole after rain. You did. That's well played, sir. Oh, this has gotta be the good life. Can't fight as filthy as a hunt. The good life, a good life. Ah, yes. Now, be very careful on this. With a 3-wood backspin and you stay near the tree on either side, there's a branch that you hit that isn't really there. It's bullshit, but don't look. So get used to hitting the... No. Here you go, Rodney. So we got a couple different things on this. We got a picture of the mouth in a bear's hat. We've got the mouth on the ball. And then just some lines and stuff. So we were testing out. Justin Townsend is making custom balls now. And with the custom balls, he was testing twice, I think. I haven't played it much. But so he's making these balls that he's laser engraving. And what we were doing is, for the first batch, I sent him all the old track balls I had here. And I had about 20 on them. We wanted to test it, how deep he could go with the engravings to do it. So he did a whole bunch of test designs on this. Man, you don't notice. If I didn't look at it, I wouldn't be able to tell. So we're just waiting. So now we're gonna try to get some stuff out here, and hopefully soon. But I believe, guys, if you did have a ball you wanted to get made, right up until Dallas, he's doing them for free to test. After Dallas, they're going to be a charge to it. I'm telling him it should be about $40 a ball. The time that he's putting in the laser, the cost of the lasers that he's getting is not cheap. I don't know how that went over. Wow. Fuck you, game. Ah. Nah. Nope, my National League team now is the Braves. Yeah, so my National League team now is the Braves. Had nothing to do with the winning the World Series. I'm picking up the mantle for Corley. So I'm a Braves, but you're still not passing the Sox. Like, nothing's going to do that. White Sox fan, right, all day, and a Braves fan. I'm also a Georgia Bulldogs fan now, even though I really don't like college football. And it's nothing to do with the actual game, a little bit to do with the game, because really a lot of these teams shouldn't be playing each other, and it pisses me off that they do it. That's my main reason I have a problem with college football. Once players start really getting paid, I might be more interested in it then. Because what's going to happen is, historically black colleges are going to do that. Are going to be the best teams in college football. And I'm excited to see it. It's going to be funny to see, like, your Howard teams killing everybody. Ah, good man, Jason. Yeah. Right now, he's saying that anybody that comes from here, you got to send me a donation. I don't really care. I'd love the money, but I'm really trying to make a sale here for him, and I'm going to do some pitching here in Dallas. So wish me luck with that. Nothing I can see but do when you dance. All them feeling good and do when you dance. Ooh, that is not a good look, guys. This is a trouble. We're in trouble. All right, I'm going to go straight and play this to have a C3 in on the second shot. I don't think a C3 is going to make it. Well, let's try the C3. I was worried about that tree, to be honest with you. 365, what do I have going in now? All right, I'm okay with this. Woo! When everything goes, nowhere to hide when I'm losing control. All right, this one we're going to just nut it way up. I don't call that a save. I'm calling that an extra stroke. That was a bad look. Now, man, I overcut that. Dance, 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 girl. No, I'm saying that it's not a save. I think that's one better. I think that was a birdie setup. It was a bad look. I'm calling that an extra stroke. I don't think my opponent got it. I missed an easy one. Should have been a 29. We'll take it, though. All right, now we got one more. Is that my Mike Oxmall team? All right, last game of the night, though, guys. So we're going to let you guys... We got Jamaica or Ruby? Jamaica or Ruby is what I'm going with. Whichever one you guys want. Ruby Rock's a great course. First thing I see in the chat about it. Yeah, that my team is looking pretty solid there too. All right, we're going Ruby. Good. 26, that's gone. See you later. See you later, 26s. We're looking 28s or better. Here we go. We don't really have a shot at one, so we're going to leave this back for a thumb shot. I do. I think Jamaica 18 ruins one of the better courses they've ever made. And we got hole one. Wow, that's bullshit. That was dead straight, and the wind was pushing the other way. I don't know how that went right. I don't like this look one iota. We're going to play the high six and just, we don't have a way to, I'm not making it with this unless it dunks. But it's pretty safe. I have to play the safe shot there. I mean, really the way to make it was to cut it around the left-hand side, but you were finessing through too much shit. So we'll get rid of that as a hole-out hole, and we'll get this one instead. Gotta hit it straight. Can't hit it outside. And thanks for trying to make me pissed off. All right, real quick, the easy thing to do on this hole. If you look, there's 4 different tee boxes. If you're on the back two, you cannot get across the water unless you're playing arrows, and even then you can't do it most likely. From the front two, it is always a C3 or an A1, whichever you're more comfortable with that. And you're fine. You're across. That's it. That's it. That's all you got to do. Look what tee box you're on. Front one's across, back one layup. You're going to want to hit a 3-wood or 4-wood down with bite and have it trickle down as far as you can on the hill, but you need it to stay on the fairway. Because a lot of the times on that spot down the hill, you don't have a straight line in, so you have to play a cut shot in, as the cut can be pretty tough from there. Wow, that is an ugly long setup. Holy shit. Yeah, that was an ugly look. God damn, I was trying to cut that so close to keep my speed up. And off with a kiss, how did it end up like this? It was only a kiss. Don't fall asleep, she's taking a cab. Bad, and my stomach is sick. Oh, fuck yeah. Hit that shit. We don't putt on my machine, ever. No putting. Let me go. Well, so this hole has got big nemesis. Dude, I had a run going on this year's courses. I had TOC in the bag and got 120 glitched on that hole, went wet. Hold out the next two to tie it up. Missed a fucking 25-foot putt on 17 that was an up 10. And then in sudden death got 120 glitched on this hole and went wet against Luna for him to win TOC. And then I won the next tournament on this course when Kevin O'Connor, I was king of the hill and I played Kevin O'Connor in the finals. And we're in sudden death on this hole and pins in the left. And he had roll on. And I tried to stop him before he hit it. So luckily he didn't go wet, but he went like up to the bushes in the left-hand side and had really no opportunity to make the chip. So I make a putt to win the tournament on it. But I mean, and then Worlds this year on this year's too was, I mean, I honestly think I had Worlds stolen from me this year. Not getting a bye in a tournament when you're the 1 seed and the 4 seed gets a bye, it still baffles me to this day. And I still remember Adam Kramer calling me and telling me this, and I'm like, excuse me? What the fuck are you talking about? How is Haas getting a bye when I'm the 1 seed by 2 strokes? Okay, so the 120 glitch, and this has been there it was there for years, and we never knew it. But for some reason, we still never figured it out. We still never figured out the exact reason. We just did some testing. Me and another guy, one of the guys in IT, were just playing with it until he got it not to do it. But there was some combination of pullback and forward swing that would read your cut, but then it would read a max of 120 on the forward swing. So even though I hammered a ball, you randomly get 40 or 50 yards short on shots. So for decades, and ask Rodney, we didn't think it was a glitch. The whole thing was, oh, wow, you missed the 180 really bad, meaning you had your pullback off. But when the shot meter came out, I started noticing, like, hey, weird. Cut shots don't lose more than a couple of yards when you hit them. And then I did some testing with pulling the cord and hammering it and would never have it happen. It was a certain combination, and we never had it figured out. But he did figure out that there were multiple readings on the forward swing on shots that it didn't happen on. But when it did happen, it always only had 1 reading on the forward swing. Yep. Yeah. And honestly, that's a game changer. In hindsight, though, what happened, though, in the fix, we didn't ever look at A1s and C3s right after that. But before, I would hit an A1 and a C3, and I would always max it out. I could hit a 158 C3 or A1 every single time. The forcing the second read on the forward swing, though, when you're hitting it too hard or outside of the number, it's not catching that first read until the ball slows down and comes back forward again. So that's why I tell you, it has to be a finesse shot. You almost have to hit to the 3 and the 1 perfectly now, which is why you don't see 158. Like spring and she talks like June, yeah. Yeah, Rodney knows. But that got fixed. You don't ever get a 120 glitch anymore. But C3s and A1s are shit now. Which it kind of sucks because my power game is what always kept me in matches. Because since I can always pop a 158, I could be super consistent and use that to my advantage. But if I had to choose, it would definitely be to not have 120 glitches. All right, we're going to be leaving myself a pretty decently long putt here. Okay, we're going to leave myself a long chip. That was bad. Yeah. Checks out Mozart when she does typo. Reminds me that there's room to grow. All right, we're going to call this now. We got the ace happening here. Got a atmosphere. Pray they meet. Don't think of me. Plain old Jane Doe. About a man who's too afraid to die. Tell me. I got to say, Train is one of the most underrated bands of all time. Dude, they have some of the best songs ever made. This song here, Drops of Jupiter, is one of the best songs ever made, dude. It is possibly, it's in my top 10. It doesn't quite pass up Bob Dylan's Hurricane, but it's up there. No. Josh, if only they sing it, you don't get to hear it. My throat is starting to get a little bit sore right now. We're rowdy fried chicken, best friends always. Oh, come on, Rodney. I know it's not your type of music. Go and look. Rolling Stones always got it up there too, man. Say that you ever had in me. I introduce you off your feet. And I would say too, on that list, I would put Disturbed's version of Sound of Silence in that top 10 of all time too. It's probably the only song that I think was a cover song that's better. I mean, like I think it's an incredibly great song comparatively. Somebody put Metallica's "Turn the Page." That's pretty good. I didn't think the song was one of the best songs of all time to begin with, though. Na 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 na. Party of the USA isn't in my top 10. It would be in my top 10 guilty pleasure songs. If I had to do one song in karaoke, is my intent to sound good or trying to get pussy? Because we weren't great at it. If it was back in my day when I used to sing a lot of karaoke, dude, me and my boy, we would always do NSYNC songs or Backstreet Boys songs, and it was never a doubt we were fucking that night. Not each other. Something strange. And I tell you what, I loved it. No, you can't. Another one in that list of mine would be, and now mind you, this is a Billy Joel's version of Shameless. Nothing against Gart's version, but Billy Joel's version of Shameless is up there for me. Another Billy Joel song on that list for me is Scenes from an Italian Restaurant, is one of my personal favorites of all time. Doing now if I had it now. All right, so I played this hole differently than most, and it worked out for me well because I actually went to the finals against Fogg. I got to the finals by beating putts by acing this to win it. I like to play it from looking right at the pin, right? Now, this one's a little bit off because it is pretty far out, so I'm going to have to cut it from here. This sucks. This is a bad luck. That's what I thought was going to happen, but that's okay. Oh, wow, that stayed on the fringe. What? I'd rather have this chip be from the rough. All right, kiddos. I'm feeling good. I want to go smoke my sleeping pain aids and sit down, play some PlayStation. You guys will see me tomorrow night at 11 p.m. I'm going to start making sure we get a first walkthrough of all the events modes. And then we'll be back live at 8 p.m. on Monday. I love you guys. We will see you soon. Hear from me soon. Word of mouth. Impromptu Saturday night session. The SATURDAY night is done. We'll see you guys. We'll see you tomorrow night. Bye-bye. Can't let